For 8 years, my family thought I was deaf. Last week, I finally told them the truth. I was in a car accident 8 years ago that left me with severe hearing loss, but the settlement paid for cochlear implants that worked way better than I ever expected. When I first got them, I was excited to tell my family that I could hear almost normally again. But at my first family dinner after the surgery, something happened that changed my mind. I was looking down at my plate when my mother turned to my sister. She thought I couldn't hear her, but I caught every word. "I like that he is deaf. Now we can talk about him and the money all we want." My sister laughed and said, "I already called a lawyer about becoming his guardian. He doesn't need that much money just sitting there." My mother smiled and nodded. They had no idea I understood everything, so I made a decision right then to let them keep believing I was deaf. For 8 years, I sat through every family gathering, listening to them talk about me like I was furniture. And honestly, the things they said still make me sick. At Thanksgiving 2 years in, my brother walked right behind my chair and said to his wife, "He's practically a vegetable. Look at him, just sitting there, chewing like a cow." His wife giggled and said, "At least cows are useful." My mother heard them and didn't say a word. At my 30th birthday, my sister cornered my mom in the kitchen while I sat 10 feet away in the living room. "What are we going to do about him? It's not like he's ever going to get married or have kids. That settlement money is just sitting in his account rotting." My mom sighed and said, "I know, I should have been named on that settlement. I'm the one who had to take care of him after he got broken." Broken. My own mother called me broken at my birthday party. But the worst one was last Christmas. My brother had been drinking and he got loud the way he always does. He stood right next to me and told my uncle, "Honestly, it would have been easier if the accident just killed him. At least then we could have split the money without all this legal garbage." My uncle laughed. I just sat there holding my fork and smiling like I didn't hear my own brother wish me dead. Last week, my mother called a family meeting at her house. My sister picked me up and made a big show of typing on her phone to tell me we were having dinner together and that I needed to sign some paperwork for Mom's estate planning. When we got there, everyone was already at the table with papers spread out in front of them. I sat down and watched my brother slide a document toward my mother. "Okay, so I talked to a guy at work whose mom has dementia. He said if we get 2 doctors to sign off, we can take control of everything by the end of the year." My sister nodded eagerly. "I found a doctor who will do the evaluation for $500. He doesn't ask a lot of questions." My brother tapped the papers in front of him. "For now, we just need him to sign these." I told him it's about Mom's will, but it actually gives us access to all of his accounts. My mother picked up the paper and studied it with a smile spreading across her face. Then she said the words that finally broke my silence. "Good. It's not like he has a real life anyway. He just sits at these dinners like a dog waiting for scraps. Let's just get this done." I let her finish. I let the room go quiet for a second. Then I spoke out loud for the first time in 8 years. "I'm not a dog, Mom." The color drained from her face so fast I thought she might pass out. My sister's water glass slipped out of her hand and shattered on the floor. Nobody breathed. I kept my voice calm and steady. "I've been able to hear everything you've said about me for the last 8 years." My brother started stammering something about how they were just trying to help me, but I cut him off. "I heard you say it would have been easier if the accident killed me." He hung his head. My mother finally found her voice, and it came out cracked and desperate. "Sweetheart, we never meant any of it." I stood up and pulled an envelope from my jacket pocket. "I've had a lawyer for years. He's documented everything. Every conversation, every scheme, every time you talked about taking what's mine." I dropped the envelope on the table in front of her. "None of you have any legal connection to me anymore. I removed all of you from everything years ago. Emergency contacts, bank accounts, everything. You will never have anything to do with me again." As I left, I heard my mother sobbing that she didn't mean any of it. We both knew that was just another lie.